All right, all you hardcore wrestling fans, welcome back one more time. I'm Aaron Royal, and once again, it's IPW Hardcore Wrestling's weekly recap. And we all know the IPW versus NWA feud is still going hot and heavy, but this week it's all IPW action for you. We've got two big tag team matches. Our main event is for the tag team titles. It's the Shane brothers, Mike and Todd Shane, your current champions, defending against the ever-popular Quickiemart. And our opening match, you have the unique team of the Kamikaze Kid and the High Flyer Justice, and they're going against two members of Wrongful Death, Dagon, Briggs, and Ashe Corvan, as always, led to ringside by the lovely Seven. So fans, sit down and get ready, and we're going right to the matches. All right, fans, here we go, and they're starting it off with a double slingshot into the ring. That's Justice and the Kamikaze Kid, bringing Wrongful Death in the hard way. And joining me on commentary, as always, fans, is the Hardcore Giant and the leader of 911 Incorporated, Ron Nemi.
What an unbelievable match to start this week with, and you got Seven on the outside of the ring, managing Wrongful Death, the newcomer Ashe Corvan with his partner Dagon Briggs against Justice, and who's that kid again? What's his name?
Justice and the Kamikaze Kid.
I love the Kamikaze Kid.
Hoodsville, California.
You told me that last week, if I remember.
Yeah, I don't know if it was last week, but I did mention to you it's right next to Parts Unknown.
Oh, very, very good. Kamikaze Kid, hailing from Hoodsville, California, is one of the best up-and-comers in IPW. Himself and Ashe Corvan, they are making unbelievable strides on their way to either the Tag Team Championship or the IPW Light Heavyweight title.
It's true, some people say Dagon Briggs looks like a mini version of the old Hack Myers there in the ring, but you can't worry about how he looks. He's always got a different look to him. He's kind of like Madonna, but when he gets in the ring and starts, he's all business, and many, many people have taken him lightly and been very, very sorry for it later on. He's not just a light heavyweight, he's hardcore as well, and he'll take on anybody here in IPW or anywhere else for that matter.
Justice is one of the most high-risk, unbelievable, no care whatsoever for his body wrestlers in IPW, and as a matter of fact, he's on his way to another tour of England. This guy's an international superstar.
It's true, he's going over there with Frankie Capone and some others that you see wrestling right here in IPW Hardcore Wrestling. There you see a series of lucha spots, as we call them. Oh, and big dragon suplex there by Dagon Briggs. Leaves the man who looks like a mime laying there in the ring. And speaking of mimes, Ron Nemi, you've been talking forever about this wrestler that you know, this mime you're going to bring in. His name's Marcel, even more so. What's going on with that guy?
It's funny you ask. He's actually
right now.
Hold
on a second. Oh. Nice hip toss just outside the ring there. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Ron, but sometimes we got to call the action.
Wow.
Oh, that's a nice big moonsault there off the off the balcony. I got a little confused by Sage and Aki's notes there. But as you see, big high-risk maneuvers. You see right there, one of our camera girls actually had her nose broken on that move. So fans, you know, you may hear what you want. This is very real. There's a very high risk of injury. Nice drop kick there to the Wrongful Death by Justice. And Ron, I hate to keep bringing it up, but you keep talking about this guy. When are you bringing this guy in?
Currently, he's on an unbelievable worldwide tour. He's in France right now, opening for Jerry Lewis in a one-man wrestling show.
That's true, and I'm not sure if anybody caught it, but if he's the same guy I'm thinking of, he just had a guest spot on Baywatch Nights.
The guy is multifaceted, very entertaining. Marcel, even more so. Keep your eyes out for him.
He'll be here in IPW. If Ron Nemi says it, it usually happens. And you see right now all four cruiserweights outside the ring. I tell you, fans, you can see how close you are to the action when you come here and see us each and every month at the Florida WrestlePlex, IPW Hardcore Action. Don't forget, you can join us coming up. It's on a special night, a Friday night, October the 12th, right here at the Plex. You can call 727-526-6778 for ticket and card information right here at the Florida WrestlePlex.
That's going to be a top-of-the-line independent wrestling spectacular right before, the day before the NWA anniversary show at the Fort Hesterly Armory, where IPW will be facing NWA in a big War Games match. 2 nights of solid wrestling action. From what I hear, Chris Daniels may be coming to town for that show.
Well, the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, we've seen him here before, both in IPW and the NWA in the Super Junior Open. He went to the finals, but was unfortunately upended by the NWA Florida. At the time, he was their Florida Junior Heavyweight Champion, Lex Lovett, who won the tournament in a final against Daniels and our own heavyweight champion, Scoot Andrews. Oh, Kamikaze Kid goes flying to the corner, but it looks like he's going to pay for it right here. And you were talking about this Ashe Corvan kid. He's wrestled elsewhere in Florida, just now making his debut match in IPW. Where'd this kid come from, Ron?
He actually used to run up at the Horseshoe Flea Market on the corner of, 56th and Main in Jacksonville for a little group that I'm not even going to give the free publicity to. This kid goes from wrestling for boiled peanuts to headlining an IPW show in a matter of a month. What would you do? My head would be spinning if I was this kid.
Not to mention, not only is he in this great tag team match here at the Florida WrestlePlex, but he played a big part, along with Dagon Briggs, in that three-way, helping to bring the IPW Hardcore title home when they helped fellow Wrongful Death member Havoc bring that championship back.
These kids are team players. As a matter of fact, on that October 12th show, their other partner, Naftali, has already challenged for a rematch. Jimmy Rave, the NWA Wildside Cruiserweight Champion, he's coming to town. Naftali's going to challenge him for the belt, and I guarantee you he's going to come home with the title. And if Dagon Briggs and Ashe Corvan can do anything about it, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them get involved.
All right, and there you see what I'm talking about. Wrongful Death, they're not just one-dimensional. You saw a huge gourd buster by Dagon Briggs there. They're not just hardcore, they're not just high-flying, they know how to wrestle too. As you see, and he's got the pinning combination on Kamikaze Kid, but nicely broken up by the high flyer Justice.
You know something? It was like Andre the Giant once said.
And speaking of Andre the Giant, he's been at those NWA Spectaculars down here in Florida. You longtime Florida wrestling fans, you remember the Armory from the old days here in Tampa. Yes, I know it was a long time ago, but considering IPW is going to be in the house, it's definitely going to be worth checking out. That's October the 13th, right after our big show here, October the 12th. I believe they're naming it Battle of the Belts, and everybody remembers the big battles with Ric Flair, Harley Race, the Road Warriors, and many others at former Battle of the Belts. I remember Ric Flair and Barry Windham going 90 straight minutes with no decision for the NWA World Heavyweight title, and IPW, as much as I don't like the NWA, I must say I'm very proud to be a part of that card.
It's unbelievable to be involved in something like that. The War Games, it doesn't matter if it's the Shane Brothers, Scoot Andrews, Mike Sullivan, maybe Dagon Briggs and Ashe Corvan will get into that match.
Well, I tell you what, the way Wrongful Death was talking last time we were in Ybor City, if we don't put them into this NWA versus IPW feud, they're going to insert themselves. And the way they're looking right here, Ron, I think we can use all the help we can get in this feud. I have a feeling Wrongful Death is a big place in this upcoming IPW versus NWA war.
Now, speaking of inserting myself, you take a close look at Seven at ringside. The talent that this young lady possesses and the incredible body that she possesses, she's somebody that can hypnotize you. Just look at that move.
That was another lucha spot, as you and I are fond of calling them, Ron. And I must agree with you about Seven. Not only is she very beautiful to look at ringside, which can sometimes be distracting for the opponents and the fans as well, but she's a great manager. She's not just a valet. She's out here helping these guys, and she's a big part of why Wrongful Death is so successful. There you see Justice getting the hot tag to Kamikaze Kid, who looks a little weary coming in here against Wrongful Death. Kamikaze Kid has taken great strides since he was just in there getting beat up by some of the bigger guys like Axis in some of his first few matches. Now he goes out there. You saw his three-way dance against his former partners, Bug and Special Ed, on here not too long ago. I'm not sure exactly what they were trying to do there, but the kick did just catch Ashe Corvan. All four of these guys look like they're a little tired here. They're just beating the hell out of each other right here in IPW.
I'm tired just watching this match. You know, you go to IPW-hardcore.com and you can find out, oh, look at that spinning DDT by Justice on Ashe Corvan. 1, 2. Come on, Mullet. Count the pin when he's down.
The Mullet Richie Rich only getting a 2 count there. I really thought that was going to put him away. Not many people would kick out of that, but like you said, this Ashe Corvan, he hasn't been here very long, but he's a great athlete in phenomenal shape, and obviously it's going to take a little bit more than that to put him away.
And you know, the ladies are really starting to take a liking to the Mullet Richie. He's becoming one of the most popular guys in IPW.
That's true. I did see a couple of the wildebeests talking to him at the after-show party last week, and he gave me the big thumbs up and a couple of winks. So way to go, Richie. We love you, baby.
You gotta love this guy. And Kamikaze Kid setting up Dagon. It looks like this might be a huge win for Justice and Kamikaze. They'll vault themselves right up the tag team ratings in IPW.
I would definitely call this an upset if it happens. This makeshift tag team here going up against Wrongful Death. These two guys, maybe not here, but they have been teaming together on the independent scene for quite a while now. And this looks like he's going for his triple jump moonsault combination. Oh, but he's letting the kid go to the top for the third one. This might be a mistake, Ron.
This is the unbelievable Mexican spot, Tres Moonsalto.
Oh, and broken up once again. You must say whoever does end up victorious in this match might very well become the #1 contender, or at least the top contender, for whoever wins our main event tonight, which of course is your boys, the Shane Twins, defending their titles against Quickiemart. Oh, great spinning kick there, double team maneuver by Wrongful Death. I think this is going to be it. 1, 2, 3. Your winner is Wrongful Death, and fans, we'll be right back.
IPW Hardcore Recap is brought to you by Best Insurance of Tampa Bay. Best Insurance can handle all of your insurance needs. Best Insurance offers automotive, homeowners, fire and flood insurance, plus much, much more, including special events insurance, property, daycare, and workman's comp. Best Insurance is located catty corner from the Britton Plaza in Tampa at 3704 Euclid Avenue. Give them a call today at 813-831-8111. It's Best Insurance for all your insurance needs.
I'm Shannon Rose, and I'm joined...
What? I am the IPW Hardcore Champ. IPW was founded on hardcore. Kubiak, Chaos, you want some? Come get some!
All right, welcome back, fans, to IPW Hardcore Weekly Recap. Once again, I'm Aaron Royal, and let me tell you, fans, that was a great, great win for Wrongful Death, Dagon, Briggs, and Ashe Corvan. But there are only two of the members of Wrongful Death, as I'm sure you know. They also have the Hardcore Champion, Havoc, and the man who just won the Superdose Carnival in Rio de Janeiro, pitting the masked luchador Bob. He is Naftali, one of the great, great light heavyweights here in IPW, and of course, they're all led by the lovely Seven. But fans, I know you like Wrongful Death, but I also know you're itching to have me bring in my guest at this time. I'm sure you already know by what's in front of me who it is as always, fans. Let's bring him in, the hardcore giant, Ron Nemi. Come have a seat here, Ron.
Every week it's another big joke, Aaron Royal. Real funny. I guess it would be. I guess it would be real funny that you have this baby seat sitting on the desk. Except for the fact that it's a car seat for probably one of your illegitimate children running around town, Pablo or Lucretia or one of the many others you got.
All right, Ron, let's go talking about the action here. I know that the Twins are the tag team champions, Mike and Todd Shane, your boys from 911 Incorporated, but you had to be impressed with that tag team match, both teams, but in particular, Wrongful Death.
Wrongful Death is easily one of the best groups on the independent scene today. Havoc, the hardcore champion, Naftali, who's done more things to make IPW great than any other that I can come out the top of my head. Ashe Corvan is making the biggest splash that any rookie has made in IPW in years. And Dagon Briggs with his unbelievable goddess of a valet, Seven, they are the anchor of the team. They're the ones. She's the brains. He's the sneaky, devious, unbelievably athletic and talented one. Wrongful Death as a unit, very impressive.
That's true, and you bring up a good point, Ron, and I don't think she gets enough credit, Seven. She's the manager, the brains, the leader behind this whole operation. She took four guys that had no direction whatsoever at the time. She's brought them all together. Nobody else wanted to team with these guys, but guess what? They have a light heavyweight contender in Naftali, another light heavyweight contender in Dagon Briggs. They have the hardcore champion. They rule that division. You just saw what they can do with tag teams, and I think it's all because of the brains and the great managerial skills of Seven.
You got it right, Aaron. You hit the nail right on the head. She does have an absolutely beautiful rack.
And speaking of large twins, your boys from 911 Incorporated, Mike and Todd DeShanes. I know you've got Mike Sullivan at XTC. I know Jet Jaguars